Elon. Very quick. We won't get
Elon Musk.
because we will want a whole episode on like
Controversial
people,
figures.
Yeah, controversial figures you respect. Because I think Ethan has Andrew Tate. Right. I have Elon Musk. I don't know what you two niggas have, but
I don't know. The closest for me is that I like Kanye's music, but I don't really like.
Kanye.
Yeah, I mean, like he does shit I don't really respect, so I wouldn't count that.
Such like what? What's a good example?
Well, first of all, I
He said something about Jews.
yeah, in terms of
But here's the thing, though. Did you go in and research what he meant
Well,
when he said that?
So I know where he was coming from with some of it, and I was like, okay, if you worded it better, then sure.
Yeah.
But then he did the swastika Star of David, and I was like, okay.
He did that on purpose.
And then he was like, why do we hate Hitler? Now the Nazis did good stuff, and I was like, I'm distance
I'm be
myself
honest.
from that.
I can respect him trying to push the boundaries. Like when he wore that No Lives Matter shirt,
Yep.
right? I respect him pushing the boundaries on shit. Like really do a discussion on it. You know, don't just join a movement because it's a movement. I can respect that, and then what he's trying to put out there. But let's I feel like when someone genocides someone, like a species, we leave it be a little bit. You know?
Let me talk.
No.
And that's okay, but it's also not, because think of it like this, right? We as a species, human beings living on Earth right now, are the only forms of intelligent life that we have seen throughout the cosmos with the technology that we have right now. So far, sure. But imagine this, right? Imagine in a
You watch Family Guy?
imagine in a reality, in this current reality that you live in, that we're all that there is, right?
Right.
Okay, imagine that. The totality of how small our lifespans are on this planet compared to everything else in the universe, right? But on this planet, to fight with one another over things that we told ourselves that we find valuable.
Yeah.
Which is useless, but it's funny because it goes to a primal instinct. Because if you take a cat, for example, they like something that's shiny, right? You take a dog, they like the jingling of keys. You pique something's interest in its most primal state, of course it's going to want it. So evolutionary evolving, we evolved to like things that we find shiny or that's
just interesting,
or that's just interesting.
Yeah.
But as a collective unit with the intelligence that we have right now, living in the world that we do now, there's no need whatsoever to have to pay to go to a doctor.
That's just human.
That's human.
selfishness.
That's human
Capitalism
selfishness.
But I do. That's a question. That's a question, right? If you were to state right now, what would you think the perfect? Because I for one support capitalism. As I am a Republican. Not that we're going to talk about politics right now, but I support capitalism. I think adversity creates advancement. Okay. I believe that if someone struggles to get to the top, right, then to actually get to that point, they had to create something. Jeff Bezos had to create something. Fucking Elon Musk had to create something. And that generational wealth is eventually going to either A, stay right there, or B, they're going to fuck up their money. But eventually, it's going to keep.
Here's the thing about Elon, though. It's kind of hard not to advance in human society when you were born with the genomes to be able to be smarter than your average bear.
Well, I was going to say, obviously, I relate to if you like success after struggle, right? Because those are the most inspiring stories, right? You've gone through all the struggle in your life, and yet you were able to create something beautiful from it. Elon's ass ain't struggle. His parents were like diamond miners.
That's fine. Honestly, I could not care where your background came from, but the social climb of capitalism is thus: the rich stay rich.
You're correct.
unless they fuck
Unless
up
they really
massively,
fuck up, yeah.
You're
right?
very correct.
So to become the richest person in the world, regardless of where he started, that climb,
Oh, that's your neighbor. No, no.
oh, that climb was monumental. He is now the richest man on earth. His family.
Jeff Bezos is. I think.
No, Elon Musk.
Really?
Yeah, passed him.
I could have sworn. Oh,
Passed
when?
him. Around 2018.
Damn.
Yep, passed
Okay.
him. He's the richest man on earth now, right? So like, to get to that point, that's a climb. That's a struggle, and to do that, he created something. SpaceX,
Okay.
Tesla.
Okay.
He now is on the point where he's implanting chips so you can in things brains
forgot
so
one.
they can remotely control
You
shit.
forgot one. SpaceX, Tesla.
SpaceX, Tesla. That's
There's one more. PayPal. I mean, PayPal.
he sold PayPal.
Well, still, he co-founded it.
But he
I'm
doesn't
just-
have it.
Okay. I thought you were his fan. I thought you wanted to name the stuff he made.
Well, it's like this. Well, he now has Tesla. He now has Twitter, but I don't care about Twitter. So,
Okay. Yeah. Well, he didn't found that one though.
I mean, okay. So PayPal's still a thing, sure. But you know, he's not. He doesn't mess. He's not a part of it no more. So it's not really. It's not really a part of him anymore. Yeah, it's still his history, I guess.
But go on.
But yeah, you know, and I respect, not only respect, but I feel like that's where the most advancement happens. When you have to beat everyone else down to get to where you are.
And I'm gonna tell you right there, that right in itself is counterintuitive of what everything America stands for. In its,
I don't know.
no, I'm gonna tell you right now, the land of the free bases its rules off of religious aspects, and
Okay.
and in every religious aspect, you weren't supposed to do the things. You're not supposed to do the things that we currently do. In every aspect, that's literally religious aspects is how America works. Thou shalt not kill. In every religious aspect, murder is wrong. Thou shalt not steal. Thieving is wrong.
I just realized this is like the craziest topic that we could have transitioned to because you're atheist, aren't you?
Yes.
And then you're like,
I'm-
and then you're a capitalist, and he's like, well, this is complete debate time, like fully
what-
opposites.
What are you, by the way?
I'm hyper religious.
Okay.
And
All right.
what that means is I take the aspects of every religion, and it's
To form a code?
to form a substantial form of life because I'm an evolutionary believer as well.
All right.
Because I take the scientific laws of the world and I look at it in one aspect, and then I switch the binoculars around and look the others throughout the other side of the lens on a religious aspect.
That's fair. That's fair.
The Big Bang happened. Okay, so that's let's just take Christianity for example. God created the world in 7 days.
6 days, rested on the 7th.
Correct. The Big Bang happens. Okay, God says there shall be light, and that was light.
Bang.
And bang, you know. But I'm gonna tell you something real fast.
You gonna lay on the cord?
This fucking guy.
Yeah, it should be all right.
Kronos the cat, everybody.
Well, Kronos the cat. He steals the show each time.
Yeah. What are you?
He-
What the fuck? He like looked. Maybe there is a poltergeist. He
I
looked.
told you there's a ghost in here, bro.
That was weird.
Yeah, Kronos, the ghost of Sparta.
oh, it's Kratos? Oh, shit. He coming for Gramps' ass. Hey. But the underlying reason why I feel the way I do about Elon is this, right? Elon as a person has not, obviously it wasn't just him. He's had help. He's had scientists under him studying with him. But Elon as a person has spearheaded humanity as a species further than anyone else this generation. And that's just how it is. The fact that we are this much closer to actually living on other planets now, because the reason SpaceX is such a big thing is not because he created rockets. It's because he created rockets that could land reusable rockets.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? He is this much closer from becoming, oh, we have a rocket, to, oh, we have a spaceship. Right? So that puts us, that's not just a tiptoe humanity has been making. That is a step. That is a full step. God damn, bro. What are you doing? He sees a cat out there. He sees a cat out there. We got cats out there. But that is a full step towards humanity progress as a whole. Then Tesla really fucked the whole thing with electric cars, right? Is he started making the shit, and then he didn't for the basic shit. He didn't like hold it. He put it out there, and then he was asked why, and he was like, "Well, the point is to keep our progress on Earth as much as we can before we leave. If I hold what I have to myself, then other people won't make it. I don't need my car to be the only electric car. I need electric cars to be the car." That is something. That is another step forward. That's 2 step forwards right there that I think that he has created for humanity, period.
Really, really extremely quick cliff note. I just heard, I think Nissan, like, okay, so I'm sure you've seen everywhere, it's like a conspiracy theory that people know how to make engines with water.
Yeah.
I think Nissan actually just made a car with it.
No way.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, real quick. You want to know who actually made that first?
Ooh,
A black guy.
of course. It's always a black guy, realistically.
90 years ago. Damn. And you want to know what happened? He got killed the exact same day he went to go publish it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
wait, I
do
think
know
I
what
heard
you're talking
about
about
this.
that. I feel like that happens a lot.
That does happen a lot.
They're like, nah, bro. We kind of want to keep using our gas, man. It's like, fuck
It's
you.
because if that's something that we have immediately,
Water
then
is a element in the periodic table that you cannot destroy.
well,
You can't.
technically matter cannot be created nor destroyed, but it can just change.
I think he means
right?
like
It changes
broken down.
form from solid, liquid, or gas. You can never destroy water. Water is the resource that you could put in a car that would have a car moving forever.
Okay, sorry. But I do want to continue what we were talking about.
Oh,
Like I said,
what?
quick cliff note. Well, you were just
Yeah.
And then I wanted to go back even further than that because we're talking about capitalism.
Yep.
And like how America runs. See, capitalism as an idea, I get it, right? You want to, if you work, you get blank. But I think, as with any governmental type, I feel like there should be a degree, like a limit that you can go to. Because there's sometimes, like I'm looking at capitalism now in America, and I'm like, I think it's just been allowed to grow too much.
Too much.
America is
So-
a failed society. As a whole.
Like, did you see that? I can't remember, probably like Microsoft or something. They did a fucking drone show advertisement in the night sky of Candy Crush, and companies want there to be ads in the sky now of drones. Imagine you're like, the stars look so pretty. I gotta watch the fucking Candy Crush ad. That is some cyberpunk ass shit.
That is some 2099.
Fuck that.
That is some 2099 type shit. Obviously, I believe that there should always be some type of temperance. You know, some to check and balances.
Yeah.
Right.
Human beings can't do that.
But
No. Let me say this real quick. Human beings, by nature, don't know how to stop when they're ahead. Why do you think we have so many issues on this planet that we do? The planet is dying as a whole because people don't want to believe global warming is a thing when it's
ridiculous.
when it's thrown in your fucking face. So
That's
when this
And that's
when
how
this
Andrew Tate
planet
got arrested. Bro was like, hey, Greta, this shit ain't real. and then his ass went to jail. Guy's crazy. But go on.
So when the world all of a sudden stops functioning the way you need it to in order to live and stay alive on this planet, and when it's too fucking late, and then you have Elon who's trying to put you on Mars with everything that he's got to save the fucking species, who is also a person who's telling you that global warming is a thing.
it's just, I don't get that. I still don't get that. How can you just be like,
That's not real.
bro, what are you talking
It's-
about?
Well,
What?
okay, it's because and this is something I've noticed like in the past few years. It's because we still use the term global warming. We shouldn't. That's like super outdated. Climate change is more accurate because the Earth heats up, but then it causes, so heat is energy, and energy moves the climates. So if there's too much energy here, it's going to push the cold front over here. So climate change is a more accurate depiction of it. But then these fucking idiots go, but it ain't getting warmer. I just had a snowstorm. And it's like, you fucking jackass. That's not how it works.
Shit. That's dumb. That's super dumb.
It's okay because what I think. Okay,
They don't need to reproduce.
very, very fast. This is hilarious. This is where I learned. This is where I learned this to be able to learn it further. Who knows the rapper Little Dicky?
Yes.
Okay.
I fucked with him.
So, do you remember the song that he had?
We love the earth.
The whole music video.
At the very end, when he was like, "Yeah, scientists say that we have about 50 years before our world is fucked." Guess what? Check right now and see how long it's been since that song came out.
It's only been like...
It hasn't been 50 years, of course. But
yeah.
just check and see how long you got.
When did that come out? 29? No.
It was like 2018,
2018? I used to fuck with Lil Dicky. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Wait, what is the song?
Girl, stop messing with
Earth.
What are you doing? What? Go pee.
Yeah, you can run past. I mean,
Come on, mostly Ghostly.
yeah, it was 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What year is it right now?
2023, pretty much.
Yeah, it's basically been 4 years.
Yeah. Subtract that from 50.
46.
You'll still be alive in 46 years.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
That is true.
So if scientists are saying in the next 50 years we're fucked, guess what? You're still going to be alive then. So you'll get to.
This is our problem.
Well,
That's our issue.
I will say there has been a few, not a whole lot, not enough, but a few things that have been pretty positive. Like the hole in the ozone layer is repairing itself.
Yes,
About
sweet.
fucking
because
time.
where it was getting fucked up at had to get manually shut down.
I think
Like-
also us having like humans being on lockdown helped quite a bit.
Yes, it did.
Because all the animals were coming back and
Last point. The reason I don't care. The way I feel about it is this, right? Every suitable, successful man has their eccentricities. How the fuck do you say that word? Eccentricities.
eccentricities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Every reasonable, successful person has that.
I'm gonna pretend I know how to spell that.
And for some reason, Elon really loves Twitter. Even before he bought Twitter, I
Yeah.
don't know if you know, he loves that site.
See, okay,
I mean, I can tell you why off of a up close standpoint. Think of it like this: take a person who wants to unite the world in a way where he wants the world to thrive throughout the entire universe. You take Twitter as a app that isn't like Instagram or Facebook, where only some people, everyone uses it in some form or fashion. You learn everything off Twitter. Twitter is where every major event hits first.
it's true.
You take presidents are on Twitter.
Yeah, that's his
Yeah.
his mailbox that he stands on to, because you use Facebook or Instagram, you're usually following people you know.
Right.
When you go to Twitter, that's big.
It's a
big
world.
people.
Yeah.
So when you take someone who wants to unite everybody and get an app where everyone's already united.
All right. Yeah. Well, he loves that thing, right? So the way I think of it is this: Elon, he likes Twitter. As someone who's so successful, he could literally buy anything he wants. He bought the motherfucking site. So I'm gonna say that if you want to have an $8 fee for a check mark, if you want to make it so Twitter does this or that, if he wants to press the big red button and Twitter doesn't exist tomorrow, that's okay.
I mean, it's really not, but
because Elon, you've done if you've done enough.
yeah.
If you so
don't-
choose to continue living your life and do more for humanity,
Don't turn Twitter off, though. Don't do that.
if you so choose
There's no fucking reason for it.
to put another step,
I have a girlfriend who loves that app, bro. Like, Like, you know how badly you'd crush her heart if you turn that
Damn.
app off, bro? Don't do that shit.
He has that her heart in his hands now.
Ah, boy, don't say that kind of shit.
That's why the like button is in the shape of art, because he knows how many people he has in his grasp.
But if he so chooses to make it better or make it worse, to improve on it or destroy it, whatever he so chooses to do, that's okay with me. Because Elon, he's done enough for humanity at this point where I'm like, you can have your play toys. You can have your things you want to play with.
Elon Musk companies are his play toys. He was a child dreaming of outer space. That's why he made outer space shit.
Here's my problem with him and his Twitter acquisition is so look, it's okay to not be aligned with someone else's beliefs, right? I mean, just about all 6 of us in the group have like different beliefs.
Wait, real quick. Goofy, that's not okay to pay $8 for a check mark. When the fuck?
I do think that's
It's are you gonna be the one who pays for the shit when our shit gets big, stupid?
Well, no.
I already paid for most of the shit. Me and him.
No, wait. You can still get verified if you are a verifiable person. The Twitter blue check mark is like the everyone laughed at this nigga. Like, you bought that, but like, if you're actually relevant, you get it anyway. Yeah, but I was gonna say, look, you can have different alignments for someone, believe in different things. My problem is when Elon was gonna buy Twitter, he was like, I'm gonna make sure that no one can have a political grasp on this app, because everyone who, like, the people who owned it before were far left and I or something like that.
Yeah,
so
far
understandable. And then his ass did the exact same thing, just on the far right. That was all that changed.
Well, I haven't seen that many banning. Like,
bro, if you make certain tweets, he just gets rid of you, and then he will tweet out. Like, imagine you're on Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg's like, I hate black people. you're gonna keep using Facebook? This nigga will go on Twitter and like just be openly like trans or homophobic, and it's like, and I think a lot of people are like, yeah, it's because he hates his trans daughter. Like, oh, that's fun.
I heard that too.
And I'm just like, man, can you not just keep this to yourself?
Oh shit.
No, nigga, I look at you different. That's your hero?
Yes, bro. As I said, I
swear to God, I only met this nigga a few years ago.
A few years ago, my ass. I know this man since childhood. Get the fuck out of here.
I swear to God.
No. As I said, he could actually say, fuck Italians.
I want you all to.
This is the second time tonight he said this.
I want you all to know that we have very different views on life.
Listen. Let me explain. Let me explain.
You see this black and white shirt? It's to show the contrast between my.
Let me explain.
You see these black and white pants? Like,
let me explain. Right. So I truly believe in my heart that I'm someone who believes in the advancement of humanity, right? I want it to continue. I want it to prosper, right? So even if Elon personally hates Jews or blacks, let's say Elon was racist, I would still.
So it took for it to be black, for it to be racist. You already said Jews. You said Italians twice.
Italians, Jews, racist.
I
whatever.
swear to God, you're finna have the mob on your ass, dog.
It doesn't matter, because he's done and is still doing things to advance humanity. Like,
you're just easily putting the mob on Elon's case.
Like, okay, if he hates Jews, that doesn't mean Jews can't own a Tesla. You feel me? That's still something that humanity is.
No. You respecting what he's done is one thing, but sometimes you got to get his balls out your mouth. Is all I'm saying.
Bro.
You got
SpaceX's.
If you're gonna acknowledge his good things, you got to acknowledge his bad things.
You got SpaceX's asteroid.
I'm not
I'm
not saying he's perfect. I'm saying that so far,
very far from it.
I'm saying that so far he is leading humanity's footprint to the next age, and so because of that, I respect him as a person. He could hate my entire speech. He could hate me. He could, and I would still respect him because
he's the only genius of his caliber who actually gives a fuck about doing
anything.
other.
Yeah, that I was gonna say. At least compared to other rich people, Like, you look at Jeff Bezos, his ass ain't doing nothing.
Doing shit nowadays.
Nothing. And then like Bill Gates, kind of he does like charity work and stuff, and he still makes new Microsoft makes new technology, like computers and shit. So sure,
YouTubers help the common people more than actual political figures in this world do.
it's true. Especially like the States, bro. I don't trust any politicians, bro.
Jacksepticeye, if you ever see
Yeah.
this, what's he again?
He's Irish. He's
Yeah.
Irish.
You're Irish. You live in the U.S. and he like donated like $1 billion to charity in the U.S.
Dude,
Like,
Jack,
Markiplier too. Don't forget Mark.
I'm
and
not
then, like-
about to forget Mark. He just made a whole OnlyFans for charity. Like,
yeah. Did you see that?
Absolutely. I didn't subscribe to the
no,
OnlyFans.
well,
I'm not
know.
saying.
Yes.
But I'm
I don't know.
I'm not subscribed to the OnlyFans, but yeah, he was doing his thing for his mom. His mom did a documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, those are like genuine good people. I heard
Absolutely.
one time there was this clip. He was with Joe Pagetta, whatever his name is from Smosh.
Anthony Padilla.
Anthony Padilla,
Bro said
whatever.
Joe.
Right?
Like, I just wanted him to try and fix it, but
I saw this clip and he was like, you know, there's a meme out there of me crying, and he was like, and Joe,
We talked about this in episode 2, funnily enough.
oh yeah. He was like, why? He was like, well, he realized that he will never be able to actually have a personal connection with any of these people that his lives he's changed.
I remember that he got like so hurt.
Yeah.
But I understand what he meant in that moment.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, well, you won't be able to just go out of your way to just go down the street and be like, hey, what's good,
Tommy!
everybody?
There's
Because you'll
some-
have hella people on your case.
Like, imagine we get big. There's someone who could be like, absolute, like I've watched you guys for years. You're my comfort, like, creators, because if it weren't for you, I'd be in an extremely dark place, right? And you imagine it in a real world perspective, right? Not even like as a comment section. You're like it's us on a stage, and someone so badly wants to say that, and they never could because there's a million other people.
Exactly.
Yeah, that shit's gonna hurt.
It
And
sucks.
then it's like, if you actually do hear the person, exactly how much care can you put into that one person when you have a billion,
100,000 other people trying to get your attention.
trying to do the exact same thing.
All you can really do is just be like, I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
I'm
And
glad
then-
I could help.
That's
But
the superhero complex of I can't save everybody.
yeah,
For real.
and that's very unfortunate, but it's very true.
But yes, that is why all my points have been said. That is why I fucks with Elon. So I don't care about him using Twitter or abusing Twitter. I don't care about him declaring that Twitter is only for the Jews. I don't care if he says he hates America.
Well, I mean, I kind of hate America, and I'm American.
Yeah, I think a lot
I think
of
everyone
Americans-
who is American hates America.
the
Like,
further left you go, the more you hate America. I feel like, which okay,
I'm a proper red, white, and blue speckled banner.
I was
flag.
gonna
swear
ask.
to God, I only met him a few years ago.
You-
Bullshit.
So
I
you
swear.
you said you're Republican. How far right would you say you lean? How conservative are you?
I'm pretty
he was,
conservative.
he was fucking with
wow.
Trump when he was doing the heinous shit too.
Were you really?
Calm down. Oh,
Oh,
calm
no.
down. Even Republicans didn't always fuck with Trump. So let's let's calm down here.
I can't be mad at him for being a Republican, and I'm in a Democratic office of mindset off of how Democrats have been basically viewed as like the better side of diplomacy in
They're more charitable.
in the U.S. But you want to know who started slavery?
Democrats.
Yeah, because
Do
there
you
was
know who
the
want to
switch.
abolish slavery?
The
Republicans.
Yeah, because then they had the great. What is it called in history? The switch that they had.
It's fun. It's funny how you niggas decided to just switch around how y'all act.
But it was weird. One day they were just like, "Hey, you know what? Let me try this. I want to give this a shot."
Someone as a Democrat, don't hit the red button. No.
Controversial. Let's be a little controversial. You asked me how far right I am. I'm gonna say I'm not alt right. You know, not all the way there. You know, I'm not leaning.
He's about to say fuck Jews.
But no.
Anyway, so Italians.
I will say though, I am far enough where when there was the whole.
Say something heinous, please.
Yeah, I was about to say something heinous. When there was the whole make it so across the states, everywhere, gay marriage was allowed.
Zach, bro, come on.
Here's
now.
let me explain. Let me explain.
Okay, elaborate.
I'm not against the gays
Okay.
or anyone in the LGBTQ community. Well, I'll be honest. I don't know about the 106 genders and shit. I don't know about that. That's a little stupid to me. I'm sorry.
Real quick.
We're not posting this on TikTok.
Wait, real quick.
We're not posting this on TikTok.
You saying that reminds me of I don't even remember where the conversation started, but it was like a messenger conversation that everyone was having, and I remember Chris just being like, "How can you blame everything on niggas when there's 106 genders? It ain't just us." That shit had me cackling for like an hour, bro.
But let me explain, all right? Let me explain So the whole point of being conservative, our whole party's movement, is we don't like it when the government, the federal government, makes decisions that blankets everything. We want each state to have as much sovereignty as it can. So regardless of what it is, we don't want any new shit. If all 50 states decided, hey,
On their
we
own.
want all of us to be able to marry all of us, clap, clap, that's fine. I don't have a problem with gay people marrying. As a conservative, though, because we have something like where if something's happened before, it can happen again, especially like in law, right? You know how when someone will go to court and they will look up upon previous things that happened like this.
Yeah.
Right? That's why Roe v. Wade had to be overturned, because it set a precedent. Right? So if it can happen once, it happens again, and now gives the government, the federal government, that power to do so with what it has. We don't like that. If we all just decided kumbaya and we all want to marry one another, let's do that, each within our sovereign states. That's it. I don't have a problem with you being gay. I don't have a problem with you being trans.
I guess
I don't have a problem with you being lesbian. I just don't like it when
But
you
he
want
does
to.
he does have an issue with you being a tree, though.
Yeah. I feel like if you're a fire truck, we need to have a talk.
Yeah, I ain't fucking
know?
with those fern trees.
I don't know.
Turn your ass into a motherfucking home decoration real quick.
And I can. Oh, bro, we're planning a target on our backs.
Hey, look, that's mostly them.
Did you know there
Don't
was
say them, nigga. I said one thing and you're gonna.
Did you know there was such a thing as neo pronouns?
I think I've heard of it. I don't know what it is.
Neo pronouns mean you make shit up. That's not how it is. I'm not paraphrasing. That's what it is. There's a nigga out there that's like, I like I'm not really him. I prefer them.
We're getting shadow banned again, aren't we?
Ooh.
What does that mean? No, you look at me right now. What does that mean?
No, I agree with you. Like,
What does that mean, Chris?
Look,
Chris, what does them means? What is that?
I'm more concerned that you just said my actual name on camera. Like it's.
Come on, nigga. They know your name. Wait, do they know your name?
No,
they know.
they didn't.
it might have slipped.
My whole
somewhere.
fucking persona, nigga.
Oh, damn.
God, I'm trying to be mysterious, bro. I'm over here dressed in all black and shit, bro.
I will say I'm very, because the one thing, main problem I have with conservatives, and this is my own personal fault, because it's not all conservatives, but most conservatives didn't like as to go along with your example, didn't want the sovereignty because they didn't like gay people, right? I feel like more often than not, people
There's
on
a
the
lot of conservatives
right,
that don't like gay people.
more
Yeah.
often the further right you go, the more insert race supremacy you get towards and all that shit, and I don't fucks with that. I feel like you don't get that as much in the left. In the left, you get the opposite though, which I also don't fucks with, where it's like neo pronouns, and if you like, look, if I walk up to you and you look like a guy, and I say, "What's up, sir?" and you're like,
Whoa.
wrong. If you
Whoa, did you just?
yeah, if you start trying to swing on me,
gender?
look,
That's too much.
give me a chance.
That's too much.
If you tell me, I'll try, but don't just go swinging on me. Like
Oh my god, no offense to my trans friends.
Yeah,
Because I have
Yeah.
quite a few. I still like you guys. Like I respect your
How many people here knew that I was a woman?
this entire time. I don't have that vibe.
What is that supposed to mean? I was joking. Look at that.
But I don't know, man. I just feel like it's not for me. I feel like you're taking it a bit too far. Maybe, you know. But that's just me, I guess.
I think it's something like I was actually going to talk about it earlier when we were talking about like women's rights and stuff in America. I think it's just if you oppress people, then they get extreme. That's why this shit doesn't exist everywhere, because not everywhere had to deal with it. I feel like only because of like slavery and shit did we ever have riots. We wouldn't need that if it wasn't that bad. Only because we were like, women can't do shit, that we have people that are so far feminine that it's like crazy.
What do we need men for?
I can't even say that, because everywhere else, women have stayed the same ever since women and men in different countries have existed in them countries to begin with. It's only because of how the U.S. tried to portray itself with, freedom of speech, land of the free, the whole preservative of what it's trying to make himself be known. Okay, so because I'm a woman, then I have the freedom of speech to be free in how I want to live life. And then men, and again, you know exactly what type of men I'm talking about that was around in that type of period, were like, no. See, I'll tell you one thing: they weren't black. I'll tell.
Hey, I'm reading the fine print here, and it's not. You can't do only. It's a white guy. You're misunderstanding. You're misunderstanding.
Because black men and women were so united back then, off of slavery and everything else. This country, high key hoed how everywhere that isn't a white couple or a white household, marriage, livelihood, everywhere else is hoed. Everywhere. If you live, if you're from this country, you're fucked if you're not white.
I do. It's like when you look back in our history, we don't have a lot of like badass women from America, or like who
outside of trying to get their freedom.
What just happened?
Or I don't know why it's doing that. It did that earlier too. It like came back after a minute.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Did you know that in Europe, I might have told you guys this before. I think she was around the Spanish. But there was this